Top Cut keeps on rolling, folks. Anthony with you once again. And we are at our final match of Top 8 for Encounter 5. We have Legendary versus John, Rodimus Cars versus Apex Galaxy. Should be interesting to see how this one plays out. And you are clear to start. And we are off to the races. John, for those of you who are wondering how John made it into Top Cut, he beat me in round 5 in order to secure that win. So, that was... I really wish I had recorded that match, but... yeah, whatever. So anyways, so flip Mirage to bot mode. Legendary's going first. He has the Matrix in hand. Going in for 3. And that's a block. Or, nope, excuse me. Sound Barrier takes 1. Now, Sound Barrier we haven't seen too much of, so in case you haven't seen him, when an enemy attacks and your opponent flips battle cards, until end of battle, the black icons cannot give more than Pierce 3. And then Ult Mode, at the start of every turn, the character gets Tough 2, and that means that it is essentially immune to Bashing Shield. You lose the +2 defense, but hey, you take the Tough 2. Matrix onto Galaxy, and then send Sound Barrier into Night Racer. White icon. 3, 4, Pierce 1. 4, Pierce 1. Blocks 4 takes the... or blocks 5 takes the Pierce 1, excuse me. And moving over to Legendary's turn. Flip Rodimus. Puts a Matrix onto him. Here we go with the Matrix Wars. And there's a secret. Okay, it is a step forward. This is a one of tech in Legendary's deck. Okay, so Sound Barrier takes the Pierce 2, dropping a rollout for a metal detector. We all know what happened when John played that the last time he was on the feature. So, flip Galaxy. You can't play the Axe, but you do have an energy pack available. That's always a good thing. And tries to go into Night Racer, but step forward reveals to go into Mirage instead. 9, Pierce 1. 9, block 5, take 4. No trigger for Galaxy, unfortunately. Is the Hollow Matter worth it in this situation? And John's not going to pick anything up. Legendary drops a Lion Weight for a Smelt. Draws an Energon Axe. And Legendary has to be sending Rodimus in. He doesn't have any damage, so he can't play that Axe. Although Rodimus, I think, is ranged. Yeah, he is ranged in bot mode. Flips Rodimus in order to grab a Matrix and then plays the second Matrix onto Rodimus. Again, he gets that thanks to Arise. And then Smelting, probably get rid of the Matrix here. Yeah, you do not get rid of an energy pack if you have the option to keep it. Rodimus going in. I think Legendary is honestly considering going into Sound Barrier. Nope, goes into Galaxy. As much as honestly, I don't know what the correct decision is in this situation. For 9. 9 block 3 takes 6. Wait, what? How does he block 3? How did he block... hold on. Oh, that's an Apex armor. It's not a Alliance. That's a significant issue. I forgot to clear mod caching again. Reveal the top card of the deck. It's a Cayman. One to Sound Barrier, 2 to Mirage. And as a reminder of what Apex does, since I don't have the image, it is a orange, black, blue armor. The black icon is a leader hybrid. Can only go on Autobots. And when the upgraded character defends, it flips at least orange, black, blue. As an Energon Axe comes down onto Sound Barrier, you move one... so when you flip those colors on defense, you move 1 damage from the upgraded character to the attacker, repair 1 damage from the upgraded character, and do 1 damage to the attacker. So essentially, it's do 2 to the attacker, heal 2. It's split up a little bit so that way it doesn't just get completely negated in certain situations. Anyway, Sound Barrier goes in to Mirage, it looks like. He's now up to 9. Spy Mastering a Secret, which is a Sab Arms. Team Up Tactics off the Mirage flip. It also draws a Crackback. Javelin on the Night Racer. And then send into Sound Barrier, throwing the Javelin at Prime. He's now up to 8 damage. Not ideal, but Apex should hopefully help with that at some point. Five, Pierce 2, block 1, take dead. The Bulwark is on Prime, and at the start of each turn, the upgraded character gets tough 2, like I mentioned earlier. Flip Galaxy to bot mode, and stuck on you, and out comes the Apex armor. Actually, I'm gonna jump in real quick. I have requested the competitor to make the swap out, so that will... Legendary is going ahead and booting up the mod here real quick, and this gives me actually a perfect opportune moment to talk about why exactly John was playing this. He designed it as a counter to Captain Omega, but it did not work very well, but here he is with a 3-2 record in top 8, so can you really complain? So, are they having issues? Hold on, let me go in. Alrighty, folks, you're going to get a little behind-the-scenes peek here at my TTS files. I just had to load the current deck-building mod in. Legendary loaded in the wrong one, it seems. So, stuff like that happens. Okay, so, now that our minor technical issue has been resolved... Hold on, I gotta jump in and... Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Okay, so Apex Armor. Here's Apex Armor. And there is a second copy floating around. So anyway, Stuck on You grabs the Apex Armor after flipping to bot mode. Steady shot. And probably goes for the axe. Yep, goes for the axe. Then Galaxy into Night Racer, and Sab Arms to get rid of the axe. If you had played the Javelin, you would have been able to play around that, but I mean, how often do you see a Spy Masters get, or a Sab Arms get Spy Mastered? 10 Pierce 1 with a trigger for a Matrix. 10 blocking 5, take 5. And grab the Matrix. No greens on Legendary side, and we are drawing for turn on Legendary side. Rodimus still does not have any damage, which is both good and bad for both players, given the fact that Legendary's holding 2 Energon axes. Putting the axe on Mirage, he forgot, I think Rodimus was undamaged for a moment. Playing a secret. There's the crackback we saw a moment ago in the hand. And then Mirage going in first. There's a reshuffle. And John's got 2 more flips here. Apex triggers. So, Apex repairs, or Galaxy repairs 2, Mirage takes 2. And the flip is for 6 Pierce 3? No, wait, 8 Pierce 5. Eight Pierce 5 is indeed the attack. So Galaxy takes the Pierce 5, as I forgot to start streaming on Discord. And then Rodimus. Getting the trigger. As Rodimus goes in for 8, 9, Pierce 2. Rodimus takes 2. Energon Axe is now live for him. 9 Pierce 2 is indeed the swing. Block 7, take 2. And we'll have an untap here, and I'm going to jump into the call real quick. Had to jump in and let the Discord audience know that I had the feed up. So draw for turn on John's side. Javelin to play around a potential Sab Arms, which we know it isn't. Dare to Believe to draw a card and get bold 1. Galaxy into Night Racer. Javelin at Mirage. Absolutely correct. Not going to reveal the crackback, because that's not when you reveal it. So this Dare to Believe was not flipped. So going in for 10. Pierce 2. 10 into 4 takes 6, and that's a dead Night Racer. Ooh. We got a 1v1 with Galaxy Prime versus Rodimus. Jeez. Draw for turn. Energon Axe on Rodimus. Smelt. Probably gets rid of the Matrix. Yep, that's a decent buffer here. Rodimus going in after, well, who he has to. I'm so used to having to call out specific targets. So going in for 9, 10. Okay, there's the other Apex armor. That is out of the picture, thankfully. 13. Oh, right, I forgot about the axe. 13. With an Apex trigger. Hold on. Did Apex get its trigger? Did you trigger Apex? Oh, you just did. Never mind. So, Apex deals 2, heals 2. And takes 6, up to 15. This is going to get real interesting real quick. He draws an axe. Oops, scouting mission. Not the best. I mean, you could go scouting mission metal detector since you do have 10 remaining health thanks to that energy pack. Playing rollout. That's a curious move. Reshuffle. He'll at least get his flip back to bot mode. Could spike something. That's not a good card, so playing the metal detector was not really worth it in this situation. And it's a hollow matter. He's not going to play the hollow matter. That's the first flip, though he could pick it up. Doesn't get the trigger. Oof. Going in for 10. 10 block 4 takes 6. Draw for turn on Legendary side. We're probably going to see a flip and a play of team-up tactics. And grabbing the Matrix as well, because Rodimus. Yep, team-up tactics, heal 2, draw 2. Draws a Turbo Boosters and a Sab Arms. We probably see the Matrix come down here, because there's no situation where I think you get rid of the Energon Axe. Yep, there's the third Matrix. Sending in. Apex Armor triggers again. Heal 2, take 2. 11 Pierce 2. 11 block, 7 take 4, up to 17. Pretty good. And he has a scouting mission to draw a little bit here on the untap. Draw. Reclaim. Ooh. He could just throw a Matrix on top of the deck, potentially. So he either throws a Matrix on top of the deck with Reclaim, or he plays the scouting mission. Puts the Crude Club on top instead. Interesting. Oh, because he just gets it off the metal detector. I forgot about that. So going in for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, I believe? Yeah, 15. 15 Pierce 1. And that is a dead Rodimus, and John goes ahead and takes game 1. Holy. Apex Galaxy doing things. Wow. I'm gonna go jump it in rep. Apex Galaxy putting in work in this event. It failed against the one deck it was designed to beat and is actually doing pretty decently against everything else, including Infinite Megs, even though John lost that match due to a really horrible punt. He has redeemed himself from an 0-2 start, won 3 straight, and is now up 1-0 in top 8 over Rodimus Cars, which has definitely also been one of the surprise contenders of this event. Which is good because it gives us more data on these cards. And speaking of data for cards, the Wave 9 beta still is in progress. After this event concludes, it will go on for another 2 weeks to, you know, be able to finalize our data and also test any changes that we make as a result of the data from this event and some other auxiliary testing that's happening with this. So if you want to help get the final stretch of the Wave 9 finalization process done, be sure to head over to Transformers.cards for all that information, and Transformers.cards/Discord if you want to chat with me and the rest of the testers directly. Again, Transformers.cards for all the information about how you can help with the final stretch of the Wave 9 beta, and Transformers.cards/Discord to talk with the other testers about what you find. We are on to Game 2. Legendary draws for turn and has a Vaporize, Step Forward, Javelin, Turbo Boosters in the opener with a Matrix off of a Rise. Sends Night Racer in for 5, Pierce 1, into Sound Barrier, block 1, take 4, and I will say with Legendary sideboard, he is holding a second Vaporize in there, so I would not be surprised if we saw that come in. We already see 1 in the hand now. Again, considering how reliant this deck is on Apex, having the, or Apex Armor, I should say, having the extra Vaporize is going to be huge, because his removal options are pretty limiting in the main board. I will mention John played Scouting Mission, doing 1-2 Sound Barrier in order to draw a Matrix and a Reclaim. A Sound Barrier goes in for 3 flat. That's a block. So Legendary's removal in the main board is 1 Smelt, 1 Vaporize, and 2 Sab Arms. I talked about this in round 4, but that is just not enough removal for any deck, so... But I'm not going to go on that tangent again. I will just state my thoughts and leave it at that, because I got karma'd for ranting about that by promptly losing to John in round 5, partly because I could not draw any removal, even though I was playing 3 Ramming Speed and 2 Bashing Shield. So, Rodimus flipped to bot mode last turn. I think Mirage flipped this turn. Either way, they're both in bot mode now. Turbo Boosters comes down onto Night Racer, and she goes back into Sound Barrier for a grand total of 3. That'd be an amazing defense flip, but unfortunately that is not the case here. That is a block, though, on Sound Barrier's part. That's pretty decent because it forces an attack from either Mirage or Rodimus, potentially. Maybe Rodimus if Mirage hits low enough here, you have a good enough defense, but that's a bit of a coin flip, so it's not guaranteed, but it at least puts odds slightly in, or not odds, it puts the momentum slightly in your favor. Flip Galaxy, Stuck on You should have been back to its starting side because of the fact that it's a new game. You don't play the Energon Axe on Optimus here. Honestly, I'm not sure what the ideal play is in this situation. If we take a look at John's scrap... I don't want to look at John's scrap pile right now because I don't want to give him any ideas. Putting the Matrix onto Galaxy, he's going in there. Now, if I had... If he had any sort of bold, I would suggest putting the energy pack that we see right there on top of the deck. But that's a bit of a gamble. At the very least, it follows the Aussie algorithm slightly in that you're getting another orange to try and punch somebody. Instead, sets a stable cover and gets the trigger. He'll get a sparring gear. That's pretty good. And it's a good thing he didn't try to reclaim the energy pack because he would have missed the trigger. So 9, 10, blocking 5, take 5. And draw for turn on legendary. Ooh, end hostilities. That could potentially cause some issues later on. But it won't cause any issues for John on defense. It's only going to cause issues for him when he's attacking. Which, considering the fact that the point of this deck is to kind of defend a bit more than you attack, that's a pretty favorable thing going for John right now. Javelin onto Mirage. Always a good play. So you have 3 secrets in hand with a Vaporize. Goes for the step forward with the Mirage Troll move that we saw last game. Sends Rodimus in instead, so he was preloading the Javelin. That's interesting. We reveal the stable cover. Going in for 6, Pierce 1. Block 5, take 1. It's about as good of a... Wait, hold up. No, wait, 6 blocking 5, take 1. It was not Pierce. And... Mirage goes in to... Mirage goes into Galaxy, throws the Javelin at the Bulwark, or at Soundberry, who has 8 health. He had 6 damage. John won't get the Tough 2 because that doesn't trigger until the start of the turn. But anyways, the attack from Mirage does get blocked. Galaxy is now in a 1v3, but draws an Energon Axe, although it really didn't matter because he already had one in hand. So at this point, flip Galaxy. Hold up, he's going to rewind here. He's rolling out to flip Galaxy. That's good. That's very much not an action. But now he knows that's on top, so he doesn't need... So that gamble with the Reclaim, or that gamble where you play either Rollout or Reclaim, playing the Rollout was the correct maneuver in that situation. Actually, he would have gotten it anyway, so it really didn't matter in this situation, but hey, you take what you can get. Energon Axe onto Prime, and there's the trigger. 10, it looks like, is the swing, or 13, excuse me. 13 Pierce 2 into Night Racer, it sounded like. 13 Pierce 3, I stand corrected. Wait, that went into Mirage. Ooh, what? Interesting decision. I don't disagree with it, though. Replacing the sparring gear with a Apex armor. And now... Legendary draws for turn. Flipping Prime or Rodimus to alt mode. And then playing a Matrix on him as he recovers it from the scrap. Vaporizes the Apex armor, and Night Racer in first. He still gets the Tough 2. 5 blocking... Takes the Pierce 1. Mirage next. Another 5 Pierce 1 swing. Five Pierce 1, take the Pierce 1. Bashing Shield for Metal Detector. And then Rodimus in. For 6. Blocked. Okay, so Galaxy only has 3 damage, has a stuck on you to recover the armor, though, as we can see in Legendary's hand, John needs alternative means to getting back to Apex armor, otherwise he's just gonna lose it again to Vaporize. But he does have enough defensive capabilities where Metal Detector is the upgrade. Play Reclaim, he's just going straight back for the Apex armor, I think. He could have stuck on Yude in order to get it back as well, so he had a... What? Prime's new arm? Oh, and then he uses the stuck on you for the Apex, I take it. Yep, okay, so now playing the Apex off the stuck on you is definitely correct, or getting the Apex back on Galaxy is correct in general, because it then essentially forces Legendary to use the Vaporize, and you're able to outgrind him in terms of the resources. Now, admittedly, I think the slightly more optimal play would have been to put the Apex on top, so that way you had the stuck on you to fully burn him out, but it's at least something to burn him off the Vaporize that he's holding in hand, or, from John's perspective, burn him off of any removal he might have for that Apex armor. Gets the Prime's new arm off the Reclaim, and then going in for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Pierce something, but Mirage is very dead from that. And now we have a 2v1. Flip Rodimus. And play another Matrix. Vaporize the Apex armor. Night Racer in first for 4. 6 Pierce 2. Six Pierce 2 takes the Pierce 2. Takes the Pierce 2. Untap. Draw for turn. So, you might as well play that Hollow Matter if you're John. Yep. You get the extra defense, you'll take it. And then send in. Sounded like it went into Night Racer, but I wasn't 100% sure. Or I'm not 100% sure, I should say. 13 Pierce 3. That is a very dead Night Racer, and now we've got a 1v1 between primes. Matrix onto Rodimus, set a secret, send in. We know that's a Sab Arms. I am getting a stall out here. Stand by. Okay, we had a bit of a lag there. So anyway, so Rodimus in for 9 Pierce 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pierce 2. 10 Pierce 2. Block enough to take the Pierce 2. Drop Javelin for Severed. Untap, draw for turn. Dare to Believe. Replace that Hollow Matter with a Severed Combiner Hand. Definitely an upgrade. Dare to Believe to draw a card. And oh, that would have been incredible off the top. And then Galaxy into Rodimus. Oh, but it does play around Sab Arms, weirdly enough. I forgot about that. Gets the trigger. Can upgrade that Metal Detector or Matrix into an energy pack. So going in for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Block 4, take 8. Scrapping the Matrix for the energy pack. Ten Pierce 3. 10 into, enough to take 3. Up to 12. It's looking pretty good in John's favor. Untap, draw for turn. Fight for position, Crude Club. That pretty much puts the screws on this. Metal Detector. Apex Armor. Not gonna play, because why would you? Even though it would actually give you an attack boost. Actually, it would give you an attack boost either way, so whatever. 16. And that is a very dead Rodimus! And down goes Rodimus. John wins 2-0 and advances to top 4 to face Superion. What a game. Again, I have no idea what to say. This has just been... I will be honest. This morning, I was thinking Legendary Cars had it, or Rodimus Cars had it in... had this match just because of the fact that untaps exist, and that would give them an edge because these are both control decks. I forgot that Galaxy hits for a lot. This should be interesting to see how it faces off against Superion, and I honestly have no idea at this point what could happen, so we shall see. But for now, I will mention that tonight at, let me go check the time, at around 10:15 Eastern, so roughly in about 7 hours and 45 minutes, if my math is correct. No, wait. 6 hours and 45 minutes, that's correct. 6 hours, 45 minutes at 10:15 Eastern. We will have our first of 2 top 4 matches between Ciliag and Ozzy. Blaster versus Infinite Megatron. Should be interesting to watch. And again, whoever wins that goes to the finals. And if Ozzy ends up winning that, he will be seeking to avoid his 7th straight finals loss. So, we will see what happens. But again, we've got to get through top 4 first. Again, the first top 4 match will happen tonight at 10:15 Eastern between Ciliag and Ozzy. Infinite Megatron versus Blaster. And with that, hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little purple button you can push down below to show it if you're watching this on Twitch, or if you're watching the YouTube re-upload of this, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that. Again, we'll see you back in a few hours for the first top 4 match, but until then, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.